Medical examiner has released its autopsy report in the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
The release coming just days after singer David was charged with capital murder in the teen's death. KTLA's Rachel Medetoff live in the newsroom with more on the details surrounding the cause of death. Rachel?
Micah shared.
We covered this case before. We told you about the tow yard, the Tesla, the smell, the black bags. We told you about a 14-year-old girl from Lake Elsinore, California, reported missing 3 times, never properly found, until she was discovered dismembered in the front trunk of a car registered to a music star with millions of fans. We told you that on April 16, 2026, David Anthony Burke, the singer known as D4VD, was arrested by LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division. No bail. No charges yet. The world waited. 4 days later the wait ended. On April 20, 2026, the Los Angeles County District Attorney walked to a podium and announced charges that shocked even those who had been following this case closely. Not just murder. First-degree murder. With special circumstances. And allegations that, if proven in court, paint a picture of calculated, predatory violence against a child who had no one powerful enough to protect her.
Today I am announcing the charges against David Anthony Burke, the musician known as David, spelled D4VD, in connection with the brutal and horrific murder of Celeste, a 14-year-old at that time. These charges include the most serious charges that a DA's office can bring. That is first-degree murder with special circumstances. The special circumstances being lying in wait, committing this crime for financial gain, or murdering a witness in an investigation. These special circumstances carry with it, along with the first-degree murder charge, a maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. The determination on whether or not the district attorney's office will seek the death penalty will be made at a later time.
The autopsy has been partially released. The charges are filed. A not guilty plea is on the record. And the case is now headed toward a courtroom. This is the update you've been waiting for. This is unbelievable, and this case just got even more unbelievable. Before we go further, let's make sure everyone watching understands who is at the center of this story. Not the suspect. Not the charges. Celeste. Celeste Abigail Rivas Hernandez was born on September 7, 2010. She grew up in Lake Elsinore, California, the daughter of Jesus Rivas and Mercedes Martinez, parents who had immigrated from El Salvador to build a life for their family in Southern California. She loved to sing and dance. Every Friday was movie night. She told her parents she loved them. She was a 7th grader. She was 13 years old when she first went missing. This week her parents finally spoke publicly. Through their attorney they released a statement. It read, "Celeste was a beautiful, strong girl who loved to sing and dance. Every Friday night was movie night and we spent wonderful times together. We love her very much and she always told us that she loved us. We miss her deeply. All we want is justice for Celeste." Her mother, father, and sister attended the arraignment on April 20th. They sat in that courtroom and watched the man accused of killing their daughter enter a not guilty plea. They had little visible reaction according to CNN's reporting. Because what is there left to say, in a courtroom in public, that the grief on their faces doesn't already say? This case has gripped the public because it sits at the intersection of everything we fear most. A missing child who was failed by the systems designed to protect her, an alleged predator hiding behind celebrity, and a justice system that took nearly 2 years to bring charges. That combination is not just tragic. It is a reckoning. Here is the confirmed timeline. Facts only. September 7, 2023. Prosecutors allege this is the date Burke began the continuous sexual abuse of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She had just turned 13, according to the LA County District Attorney's criminal complaint. This is an allegation. It has not been proven in court. February 2024. Celeste is first reported missing from Lake Elsinore. She returns home within days. March 19, 2024. She is reported missing a second time. April 5, 2024. She is reported missing for the third and final time by her family. Her brother told NBC Los Angeles she was on her way to see a movie with Burke. She was 13 years old. Surveillance footage and digital evidence later confirmed she was still alive as late as January 2025. She was photographed backstage at one of Burke's shows. Photos found on a digital camera inside Burke's rented Hollywood Hills home captured images of both of them in late 2024 and early 2025, according to CNN's reporting. April 23, 2025. This is now confirmed by prosecutors as the last day Celeste Rivas Hernandez was seen alive. According to LA County DA Nathan Hochman, she went to Burke's home in the Hollywood Hills that night. He was never heard from again. September 8, 2025. Workers at a Hollywood tow yard report a foul odor from an impounded Tesla registered to Burke. Police open the front trunk. They find her remains, severely decomposed, dismembered, placed in bags. It would have been her 15th birthday the day before. April 16, 2026. Burke is arrested at a home near the Chateau Marmont in the Hollywood Hills. Taken without incident. Held without bail. April 20, 2026. Formal charges are announced. Burke appears in court. A not guilty plea is entered on his behalf. The case is now officially before the courts. Now the charges. And what each side has said publicly. David Anthony Burke faces 3 charges, filed by the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office on April 20, 2026. First, first-degree murder. Second, continuous sexual abuse of a child under the age of 14. Third, mutilation of human remains. The murder charge carries special circumstances, meaning if convicted, Burke could face either life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. Prosecutors have said they are considering seeking capital punishment. There are 4 special circumstances alleged by the prosecution. Lying in wait, murder for financial gain, murdering a witness to a crime, and personally using a deadly weapon, described in court documents as a sharp instrument. The financial gain allegation is particularly striking. DA Nathan Hochman stated at a press conference that the alleged motive was for Burke to protect his music career, which prosecutors allege Celeste was threatening to expose by revealing the alleged sexual relationship. A parent's nightmare, Hochman said, is a situation where your daughter goes out one night and never comes back. Celeste went to Burke's house in the Hollywood Hills. She was never heard from again. LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell confirmed at the same press conference. During the course of our investigation, detectives learned that she had been involved in a sexual relationship with Mr. Burke when she was a minor and he was an adult. These are serious allegations. They are backed, prosecutors say, by physical, forensic, and digital evidence they intend to present in court. The defense has been equally clear. Attorney Blair Burke, one of the most prominent criminal defense lawyers in the country, issued a statement on behalf of Burke. The actual evidence in this case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez and he was not the cause of her death. We will vigorously defend David's innocence. Burke's parents also released a statement, saying they were not surprised but terribly disappointed by the charges, and that they stand by their son 100%. A not guilty plea is on the record. The defense has requested a preliminary hearing at the earliest possible date. They have noted they received almost no discovery at the time of arraignment, meaning the full evidence package had not yet been shared with the defense team. That process is now underway. The autopsy. This is what everyone has been waiting for since November 2025, when the LAPD obtained a court order sealing the medical examiner's findings. Following the filing of formal charges, the district attorney's office moved to unseal the report. According to Variety's reporting citing the released autopsy, Celeste Rivas Hernandez died from multiple stab wounds. The report describes 2 penetrating injuries to the torso, one in the upper abdomen penetrating the liver and one to the left chest. Her arms and legs had been severed. Her body was found in multiple bags inside the front trunk of the Tesla. The report confirms severe decomposition, consistent with a body that had been concealed for months before discovery. The charges allege Burke used a sharp instrument to commit the killing. The autopsy findings align with that allegation. This does not constitute proof. That determination belongs to a jury. But it explains why prosecutors moved with confidence when filing charges, and why the special circumstance of using a deadly weapon was included. LAPD Chief McDonnell acknowledged the forensic challenges openly, The substantial amount of time that passed between her death and the discovery meant that crucial evidence had degraded or disappeared. Investigators spent months working through what remained. Here is where the case stands right now as of this recording. David Burke is being held at LA County Men's Central Jail. No bail. He is housed in a single-person cell, separate from general population, standard for high-profile cases, authorities confirmed. A preliminary hearing was scheduled for Thursday, April 24, 2026. At a preliminary hearing, a judge reviews the prosecution's evidence to determine whether there is sufficient cause to proceed to trial. This is not a trial. No verdict will come from this hearing, but it is the next major procedural step, and it is where the public may begin to learn more about the evidence prosecutors say they have. The defense has signaled it will fight aggressively. Blair Burke's firm has represented some of the most high-profile defendants in Hollywood history. This will not be a quiet legal process. Prosecutors are weighing whether to seek the death penalty. That decision has not been finalized as of this recording. What we know for certain: a 14-year-old girl is gone. Her family is grieving. A man has been charged. He has pleaded not guilty. And the full truth, whatever it is, will be determined by evidence presented in open court, before a judge and jury, under the rules of due process that protect everyone. That is how it should work. That is what Celeste's family deserves. Not a verdict on YouTube. A verdict in a courtroom, fair, thorough, and built on facts. We will continue to follow every development in this case. Every hearing. Every filing. Every update. Because Celeste Rivas Hernandez deserves to have her name said, her story told, and her case watched, all the way to the end. To Celeste Abigail Rivas Hernandez, a girl who loved to sing and dance, who told her parents she loved them, and who deserved every Friday night movie. We say your name. We're still watching. And we will not stop until justice is served. What do you think the next major development in this case will be? And do you believe the preliminary hearing will reveal new evidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to The Unbelievable for every update as this case moves through the courts. Justice for Celeste.